Hi, this is Redban, and you're listening to the Death Squad Podcast Network, coming to you live from the Ice House Comedy Club in Pasadena, California. I want to thank DreamHost for hooking us up with a dedicated server. Simon, the CEO of DreamHost, contacted me because I had some recent problems with my website and hooked us all up. Now we have lightning fast, dedicated server. So thank you very much to the DreamHost team and Simon. I also want to thank everyone that's been helping us by donating. We rely 100% on donations. That's how we pay for all this. So if you can help us out, please click on the donation tab at deathsquad.tv. And now here's a brand new episode of Your Mom's House with two of my favorite men, Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura.
And mommies wanna know where the dudes at, where did they all go? Tommy tried to help them, Christina bought a map. Goddamn Casey, tell us where the dudes at. They're not at Ryan Sickler's, I can't find Jason Rouse. Where the dudes at your mom's house? I said, where the dudes at your mom's house?
This shit is big time!
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone love into this.
Yo, mom in the fucking stand!
Welcome to Your Mom's House with Tom Segura. And
Christina Pajitsky.
welcome to Your Mom's House.
Oh my God. Welcome again to Your Mom's House. I want to thank, of course, the great Monkey Todd for that.
That was great.
That was him again. He hit it. He killed it last week with the TMZ call.
I heard he's coming to L.A.
He is.
We got to get him on.
We got to get him on. We'll get him on for sure. I'm here with... Christina's not here, first of all. Let's point that out. Obviously, second week in a row, and people are like, what's up with that? She is getting... a
divorce?
Weave. No, she's getting...
Mastectomy.
She's getting...
Mastectomy. Let us guess.
Okay.
I said mastectomy. It's not.
It's not.
Double mastectomy.
No.
Her tube's tied.
No.
Her teeth redone.
No.
Her hair done.
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Did.
Hair did.
Hair did. She's getting a weave actually right now. So
Are you serious?
Yeah. If you want to show her that you love her, and I know you guys miss her and you're always just send her a tweet. It's at Christina P is her handle, and just say something like, please be careful with your weave or something like that, or take care of your weave, and just let her know you're thinking about her. She'll appreciate it. Another thing I want to point out with Monkey Todd's song, it's here. It's finally here. The T-shirt, Where the Dude's At, is on pre-sale right now.
Are you serious?
At tomsegura.com. So I don't need right now, but what about my shirt? I have a shirt.
People don't even know who I am right now. This
Hold
podcast
on.
is starting off so poorly.
No, it's not.
The people are already fast forwarding for this. Tell
No,
them.
they're not.
So give them we'll do this for 3 more minutes so they can leap forward through this.
Yes, you can also get a machine shirt at fartbertfart.com.
Burp.
But the pre-sale of Where the Dude's At shirt is available now. You can go and order it, and you'll get it in a few weeks. All right.
Sweet.
Bert Kreischer?
Kreischer. With that. It's like Crysure.
Okay, like the car.
Yeah, like
okay.
Just like the car.
Thank you.
Cotty one time went to go get a table at a restaurant.
Yeah.
My little sister's name's Cotty, and the guy goes, she goes, table for 4 for Cotty, and he goes, crotchy. And she goes, no, Cotty, and he goes, cunty. And she goes, yeah, it's cunty. You know what? I'm gonna sit over here and I want to hear you yell table for 4 for cunty.
I just spit for real, you piece
really?
of shit. God damn it.
So, it's great being on this podcast. It's really great to be here, guys. Thank you very much. So we'll go through your notes. What do we talk about first?
Just tell me a story.
A story?
Yeah.
By the way,
how's your weekend?
My weekend was awesome. Sold out 4 shows. Whatever. Huh? What? In Philadelphia? Yeah, it was great. I had a great time this weekend.
At Helium?
At Helium Comedy Club. That is one of the best clubs. You know what? There's something to be said, in my opinion, about city clubs that are in a city that are like, that it's urban. You know, that it's got like New York, Baltimore, Philly, DC, like those kind of cities. And then you go to like Des Moines, which is, it's just such a totally different vibe. You don't get any farmers.
Yeah.
Like there's like, you get farmers in Des Moines. You'll get like in Omaha, you'll get a guy who just who installs septic tanks. You don't get that guy in Philly, and it's a weird kind of different vibe. I had a blast in Philly.
You get city. I think city crowds are the best.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's not. I'm not saying like urban, like black or Puerto Rican or like that.
Why are you taking it there?
No, because as soon as you say urban, people think that's what you're saying.
Oh, you mean like an actual city?
Yeah, but you get a real mesh of people. Man, I had a blast in Philly.
New York? Do you like doing New York?
Yeah, I love New York. Yeah, I fell on stage in Philly. I was doing I fell, and I only drank one night. I was doing a karate kick.
Yeah.
You know my carrot cucumber joke where I go, it's like a home invasion.
Yeah.
Everybody down.
And you did the kick.
And I did the kick, and what had happened is I had a beer on stage, and I had hit a stool, and the beer spilled over, and it was on the floor, and I fell so fucking hard, like an old woman. Like not even, and everyone thought it was part of the act.
Did they love it?
Oh, they loved it. Some guy in the front row goes, "Machine down." Yeah, they loved it. You know what's crazy though? I'm always shocked at how many people think everything's an act.
Yeah.
Like someone goes, like people will go, so do you like have kids and stuff for real? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, no,
You think
know.
I fucking I bought a ring and I fucking bring this on stage, you
well,
idiot?
I've seen that. I think the reason they say that is I've seen people go like wear like a jacket.
Yeah.
Just to be like, oh, fuck. Like, yeah, my LA jacket. And they wear it just because they have a reference.
They have a joke about it.
The joke makes it work. And
Yeah.
you're like, so you wear that jacket every time just so you can do that one joke? And they're like, oh, yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Have you ever seen a guy whose act is straight up his act? That is his act. He's been doing it for 5 years.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
the references are the references that he says every time. It's so fascinating because it's so the antithesis. I'm reading The Fountainhead right now, and I believe that Patrice was Howard Rourke. Do you know the reference at all?
Well, yeah. I mean, Howard Rourke would be the one that
he was the objectivist. He was the one that said, if this should be the purest art form, you should compromise nothing for this art form.
Yeah.
And then Peter Keating is all these other guys. It's fucking fascinating.
Yeah, most comics are. It's amazing. Actually, what amazes me the most is that they don't get exhausted of saying that.
Yeah.
For night after night, week after week, year after year, that they can just go press play again, start with the exact same joke, middle same joke, closing and then be like, yeah, that's my show. I'm like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
You don't get tired of that at all?
That leads to a really interesting segue. Todd Glass is gay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he is a very absolute, like, free-flowing.
He everything comes out of his mouth. You feel like it doesn't even take a stop at his brain.
Yeah.
And to think that he has held that back so many times. Here's what really fascinates me. He's one of my favorite comics.
Well, you need to set this up for everybody listening. So people
you do
don't
it. It's
know.
your podcast.
Yeah. For people that don't know, Todd Glass was on Mark Maron's WTF podcast. It came out, no pun intended, a couple days ago, and he revealed on the podcast that he's gay. And
are you being serious? 100% serious right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and
it's massive. It's massive,
and it's actually like it's really inspiring. It's really fascinating to listen to, and I commend him like 100%.
I'm not even like his friend. Like
no,
we don't hang out.
I've spoken to him. He definitely would not know my name.
He'd maybe if he saw me, he'd say, "Hey, Bert, we just." Like, that's it. Like, we don't know much. But, man, I was, like, so proud to have whatever little interaction I have had with him that I knew him and I could consider him somewhat of a friend because that was, like, it's the ballsiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people perceive you on stage automatically, even by the shit that they kind of know.
Yeah.
Like, the second I go on stage, I have such a reputation for drinking and partying and doing crazy shit that people go, oh, I can't wait to hear what this guy's going to say.
Yeah.
When Todd goes up, he's always been off the cuff, wild and enthusiastic, and now that goes in
and
their
actually, he might be the only comic that sweats more than you.
Fuck yeah,
that guy.
But it's such a leap.
Sweats.
I think as a comic to try to do that.
Yeah,
and I hope to God everyone supports him. That if you've never heard of him, if this is the way you heard of him, go see his show. Because
well, I think one of the things he voiced in the episode, like that he has reservations about, is that now, like that some because a lot of times when you find out like somebody's gay, that's the only thing, and he's like, is someone just going to hear my name now and just they'll be like gay, like they won't be able to watch or him or think about or anything he says. They'll just be like, what about the gay stuff? Talk about the gay shit, or you're gay. Like that's the only thought. Which like for some people it is going to register that way,
of course.
But if you go see him, it'll be, unless he talks about it, it'll be the last thing that you're.
He probably has a bunch of new material now about it.
Well,
that's what
he's saying. He's saying he doesn't even. It's taken him 47 years to come out and say it.
Wow.
So he's saying like it's going to take me a while to be able to be honest about it or to discuss it on stage, because his comedy's not about that. It's not like it's going to shift to like, let me tell you all these gay things now that I want to.
I just hope he doesn't start dating.
I wish. No. That's so the antithesis of who he is.
Yeah.
As a man, I got to be dead honest with you. When I heard it, I was like, and I was not in like a complimentary or miscomplimentary, whatever it is. The second I heard that he was gay, and I've known he was gay for a while.
You have?
You did?
Yeah. It was kind of a rumor that he was gay, and you never saw him with chicks. And everyone knows who's gay in this business.
Yeah, there's a couple other.
Yeah. And so you kind of knew it, but it never affected the way I treated him or watching his stand up, and he didn't know that I knew.
Yeah.
But I'd always thought to myself, ultimately, that is the exact kind of gay guy I'd have been.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I never would have had the balls to share it with anyone. Because I'm private about my own sexuality, like with chicks. I don't really share my sexual adventures with chicks much, let alone like I can't imagine if I knew that when I said something, people were going to then interpret a million fucking things about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm so happy for him. I hope
really cool.
And I'm kind of hoping that he does have some really great gay jokes.
I know.
He's someone I would. Like, I'm not saying I wouldn't go see like I wouldn't go to like, oh God, this is horrible to say. I guess ultimately I'm saying what Todd's fear was, but I wouldn't go to like a Margaret Cho show. Not that she's gay, but like a show that was catered and made specifically for the homosexual community. Just as little as I'd go to a Cat Williams show that's made specifically for the urban community. Do you know what I mean?
You mean black?
Yeah. But like I just kind of like who I like. It's like Louis C.K., Todd Glass, Tom Pajinski. But Todd Glass is someone that I would love to hear his insights about.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear. I'm almost like want to hear his insights about being gay.
Yeah, I mean, I think, but for him though, it sounds like from that interview at least that like his insights are so grounded in like fear and everything, because he held on to it for so long. He's like he said, he's 47 years old, and he's like what he called, I think he actually said like a straight acting gay guy. Like there's flamboyant gay guys, but he's like a guy who you don't go, oh, that guy's gay. Like, you don't presume. But yeah, I would love to hear. He's been been in a 15-year relationship. He says,
with Daniel Tosh.
I know, it's amazing. And Tosh is gonna he's gonna come out on, is it Joe's?
Yeah, Joe's podcast.
Shut up.
Oh, we're not supposed to talk about that.
No.
Oh well. Clearly, that's all the joke, right?
That part.
Okay, good. But wait, here's the other thing. One of the things he said that I was kind of blown away. I'd never really heard the perspective of people using the F word or using gay as a bad connotation. I'd never heard that perspective as clear as when I heard Todd say it.
That's true. He did actually. I have to say,
he humanized it more than I've ever heard.
I am of the absolute opinion that like someone's telling you like don't say gay in a pejorative term, not about homosexual behavior, but about like lame.
Yeah,
like
your shirt looks gay.
Yeah, or like that movie was gay.
Yeah,
like I'm of the opinion that like that's ridiculous to stop saying that, and like come on,
yeah,
that is just
me too.
But listening to him, just like put in perspective, like what he basically. I mean, I'm paraphrasing here, but like,
and I also, before you strike this, I want to say that everything we're trying to say is positive about Todd.
Oh, yeah.
If anyone's construing anything negative, because I know that some people listen to these podcasts and believe that you're talking negatively about them because they're fucking crazy, but that is not happening right now.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. No, I'm saying what he did do was, like I said, I'm of the opinion that like that's ridiculous. I'm not going to stop saying that like that shit was gay. But the way that he presented the argument against that was the best argument
that I've ever heard. Yes,
that actually made me stop and think about it. And again, I'm paraphrasing, but the main drive behind it was that like he's like, when he's like, think about like when you're saying like that shit is gay, and you're that movie was gay, and you say it around somebody who's gay, and they're not open, they're in the closet, and you say it, and like how you're saying that the word that describes them also means that sucks, and how that crushes them inside to hear like that shit is so gay, meaning like that shit sucks, and then they just associate the word that they are with something that's, especially like a younger person, like 12, 13, 14, 15. And you can argue that, well, I'm not talking to 12 and 13-year-olds, which I'm not.
That gay people stole the word gay from being happy.
Right.
So it makes no sense either way. When I say gay, I like to think that's G-H-E-Y. It's not even that same word,
yeah, well,
But his point is that despite what you believe it to be, it was the clearest I've ever heard that, and it was the most meaningful, and I went, all right, that makes total sense.
It does. I mean, like you can, the same conversations about retarded when you're like, that's retarded, and you're like, I'm not saying it to somebody with Down syndrome.
Right.
You're saying like your idea, like that's retarded. We're not going to go there and then drive around and come back.
But ultimately, what he's saying, and he didn't use the word retarded, but he said basically that encompasses everything. If it hurts someone, if it affects them, then I was like so blown away. I was like.
So you guys don't think that's him being oversensitive
No.
at all? Like I think
Well,
if I was sucking cock, and I'd be like, oh, that's a gay movie. Still, I don't think I would be like, oh no.
No,
gay.
I think here's the difference. I think that if you were probably like a practicing homosexual and out and open, but like I don't know what I'm so sensitive in saying anything about
in
anyone
the
these
the
days.
balls and the cocks and the assholes and the taint. Yes.
Or maybe you're a professional at it. Who knows? But I think then you'd probably be so numb to it. But I think what Todd's saying is he doesn't. I don't fucking know what he's saying. But ultimately I don't think he's talking about the guys that are in the parade on Halloween. I think he's talking about the kids who are confused. And
that was his motivation for coming out.
Yeah, his motivation was kids
like killing themselves
because they're like, fuck, I'm gay.
Yeah, that shit's fucked up.
That's really fucked up. No kid should kill themselves or they're gay.
No.
We need gay people.
But the way he's saying, like the thing that I took from it was the way to get more kids to not kill themselves, like to come out, is by not telling a kid that you think is gay, hey, it's okay if you're gay, but like just being more accepting in general, like just being a more accepting person in general.
The most
people.
moving thing he said that
I'm going to send him a where
I can't wait.
I'm going to send him a where the dude's at.
Yeah, you
T-shirt.
should.
That makes sense.
It makes total sense.
I can't wait to hear this podcast. Now, what did he bring? You said he brought up Rogan.
He said he goes, there have been people in this business who have been who've been insensitive, and then you see, or been bullies, and then you see someone like Joe Rogan who's a bully for the right reason. And he goes, I wish there were more people like Rogan, ultimately, is what he was saying.
Yeah, and I think he talked about, he's like, there's guys that have, like, homophobic bits that he was saying he doesn't even believe are homophobic. Like, if you have a bit that's homophobic, but you're not homophobic, like, they both said they don't think that Dice is homophobic, but he has a homophobic, like, joke.
Yeah.
And I think Joe has a bit about, like, when people, are homophobic, and he's like he shits on them essentially for being homophobic, and he's saying like it's nice to have a guy like who is the macho guy, bully the bullies is what he's saying.
Right.
One of the most insightful things he said, which was what I was like, which was the first thing he said that I said, wow, I really hope that he does talk about what he's going through on stage. Ultimately, is that he saw two young boys like holding hands in Boston or something, and he thought to himself, wow, I'll never have that. Like, I missed that. I missed the chance to enjoy it.
And he said he'll never hold hands in public. He thinks that it's
It's got to be
so
hard, man. It's got to be
beaten
hard.
down to him.
I swear to God, I'm not homophobic in the slightest, but even still, when I see two dudes kiss,
Yeah.
I just go, "Ugh." Like, I can't help it. That is, I wish that didn't happen. I wish I was like, oh, that's really beautiful.
I don't do that, but I do go like.
It's so, but I don't know what that is. I think it's more like homochondria. You know, I have a joke about this, obviously, but my feeling is I'm not afraid of someone's gay lifestyle. I'm just afraid one night they'll trick me into it, and I'll like it a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck have I been doing? Screwing around with pussy all these years. Not understanding what they said, can't hit them. Like, all this shit.
That's
the
hilarious.
fuck.
Yeah.
Being gay would be like, okay, ultimately, if me and you were gay, right? We'd have this exact same wardrobe. We'd have the awesome clothes.
Yeah.
We'd fucking, like, we'd be fighting for sweatpants every morning.
Right.
Right?
And we both don't shave.
Don't shave.
Yeah.
But we'd have how many great sets of beard trimmers would we have?
We have awesome. I got the
Awesome.
peanut. Do you know the peanut?
No.
You got to get the peanut.
Well, see, look already, and then we could share Rogaine.
Yeah.
We can maybe one of us could go on
Rogaine each
Propecia and one
other.
could go over
Can you imagine
Rogaine.
when one of us is cold, like how we?
Oh my God, we'd be the warmest motherfuckers in the world.
You guys would be the cutest fucking
Shave each
couple
other's
ever.
backs
We've done that.
in the shower.
Yeah.
We would fucking be such a great couple. It makes me want to leave Leanne. Oh, can you imagine what we would be the size of fucking houses?
We would laugh about.
We would be so fucking fat. Automatically, we don't care. We just be fucking. You promise you won't stop sucking my dick if I'm just a pig? And you're like, I don't care, I'll be a pig too.
The hair makes them look smaller.
I've never laughed harder in my life.
You said. We'd have moments like this all the time.
Oh, do you realize how much fun we'd have?
Do you know how much
You should try
we
it for a
would?
year.
I'm being dead serious.
No, me too. But like, we would always we would have contests like to see how hard you can come, and then you'd like jerk me off.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'd be like, all right.
we would take blowjobs to the next level. Do you realize how much
I know what
fun
I like.
we'd have if
I'd
we were
blow
gay?
you the way I like being blown.
I'd blow you. I already know what I'd do to your dick.
Yeah?
Like, I can already think about it. There's times when Leanne's down there, I'm like, come on, try to clean up the popsicle. Here we go.
Will you guys just kiss just to try it?
That is the only thing holding me back, is that I don't want to kiss him.
Come on, just
Is that
what if you can't just try it?
I swear to God, when I say this,
Just pretend no homo.
This was it's this. I just when you said that, I visualized me and him kissing.
Yeah.
The only thing holding me back from being gay is just if it was not dudes.
Right.
Like that's the like and just it's just the sex part. The relationship part would be so much better.
It's
and,
easier.
Yeah, and we'd adopt.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tom, how great would this be?
Wait.
We'd adopt a kid from every nationality. Oh, do you realize how great our acts would be? We would have such brand new insights to Asians, Ethiopians. We would. Oh my God. I feel like I got cursed with heterosexuality.
I know.
Oh man.
I just
God,
want to
it's
see
so
you guys
lucky.
together
And
so bad.
you know that we could we would wrestle, but like to test who's the alpha that week. Like, oh, and then you're fucking cooking tonight.
Oh my God, how great would that be?
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, hey, you want to get Starbucks tomorrow morning when we wake up and go wrestle fuck you to see who gets it? All right, wrestle fuck. Come on.
That would be
I got
fun.
you little bitch. Oh, let go, my arm.
Tap out. All right.
Oh, you know my shoulder's bad. Don't do
2
my
soy
shoulder.
lattes. I got it. I'll be back in the morning.
Oh, we could do gay porn all day long
Yeah.
and make tons of money.
Yeah.
They would be the funniest gay porns in the world.
For sure.
Oh
And
my God.
we could incorporate we could do our stand up in our porn, so that you get the world's buying each other's material.
Oh my God, Tom, you realize how great our acts would be?
So good.
We just sit there.
And we'd get like an Ellen show.
Here's what we do. We'd fuck, we'd drink, we'd write jokes, we'd eat.
Yeah.
That's it. Watch TV.
Who cares if you get fat?
Exactly.
It's more heat for your bodies.
We would get fat equally because we don't want to have to buy new clothes for one guy.
Yeah. Would you how would you break it to Leanne? Like, what would you tell her?
Break it to her?
Yeah.
Fucking walk out. I would never
grab
tell
your
her.
shit.
I'd be like, I'm dating Tom. Bye.
And what about the girls?
I'd be like, girls, I'll be at Uncle Bun's house.
Hey, both of your wives could hook up. And then they could take care of the kids.
Wait, that's actually possible because my wife likes his wife much better than she likes me.
Same goes for mine.
Maybe you guys should just get a sitcom where that's where you play a gay couple, and then you could act out all this shit, and that would be the funniest shit in the world.
Tell me if this isn't the funniest fucking
Adult Swim?
pitch you've ever
Adult
heard.
Swim.
This is basically what's the show with Anthony Clark and Mike O'Malley?
Oh, Yes Dear.
Yes Dear. We're doing Yes Dear, but at the end of the pilot, they make out.
Yes.
Like, imagine if they just were like...
What if we pitched to Adult Swim just called Two Bears in a Cave or some shit like that?
Oh, that's beautiful.
And we're just two gay guys.
And we get all gay writers
who
really know gay lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then we just pay two guys who just one day had this conversation and they're like, so we just got to get past the sucking dick part. And they're like, come on, we can do this. Have you ever fucked a fat chick? I've been there.
So it's two guys that want to get out of their marriages. Let's say like my wife's making me crazy. We're like, what if we just start fucking? And then I think we can do it. And we do everything like up to the sex. And then the pilot ends with like me going, ugh, and you're like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, Tom.
That's beautiful. You should do it before somebody else does. I think that's a great idea.
we probably got some time to wait on that.
But like Two Bears in a Cave. I think that's the best fucking title.
2 Bears in a Cave.
That works, right?
It's about two guys who just come to their sexuality at 39. And how old are you?
I'm 32.
I'm a cougar.
So,
and we look a lot alike, so we can like share IDs.
Yeah.
You can share health insurance. We don't need to be a civil union. You can just be me.
I just want to make that true.
Like,
I just want to
You are in great shape for 39.
I want to shoot the cold open of just us like crawling around the apartment and wrestling.
I want to shoot the cold open. I want to shoot the cold
open.
Shower. If you could get me to be cool with kissing a dude, I want to shoot the cold open of like it. We pitch it like it's just roommates.
Yeah.
Just two dudes. Like, hey, what's up? Not much. What are you doing? Yeah. Oh, I got to take a dump. And then you go in to take a dump. You're like, what are you doing later today? And I'm like, nothing. And then I got to the toilet and I'm like, mwah. And you're like, oh, I wonder how many people we'd turn off.
No, the cool thing is you can have stunt doubles. So right before you kiss, you have Todd Glass's face.
Shut up.
Kissing Ant.
No. You need real... We just cast... Oh my God!
Just for every moment, there's a kiss.
We cast 2 bears, right? And we show full blown gay porn in this. Like,
make it on Showtime.
Yeah, and we just show them, and then it's our faces in bed. Like, I roll over.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But make it like hard body guys. Yes. You know, like the fucking ravers in North Hollywood making out.
I want to make it so people think we're really having gay sex.
Okay.
Because I got to be dead honest with you. When I saw Borat and his balls went in his mouth, I laughed fucking hysterically.
It's super funny.
Gay, I find gay shit so funny.
Me too.
Like gay, like
that's
when you do something
share.
gay to a friend and they
totally.
like not silly or stupid, but when you do something actually homosexual to a friend.
Yeah.
I find that so fucking funny.
I have so many, like, I don't mean like homophobic. I mean like things that are gay that make me laugh in my act, that somebody came up to me after one of my shows in Virginia Beach and was like, why don't you just call your next album Cox? Because like the whole time I just talk about dicks.
I was doing such a pro gay bit that the guys shooting the documentary were like, you got to stop that because I think we can see them and a lot of them think you're really gay.
That's awesome.
And I was like, why? And they're like, well, I don't know. The way you're pitching it sounds like you really might want to suck a dick.
I think gay black guys are the unicorn of hilarity, though. I mean, I think there's nothing funnier than a gay black guy.
I 100% agree, especially because it goes against your societal perception of what a black man is supposed to be.
Right.
Like it's such a it's like Bob Saget's persona. Like he's this clean guy,
saying, yeah.
and you go, and then he's like, shove it up your cunt, you little twat, and fucking jizz. And then black guys, you are supposed to be like, what's up, motherfucker? And then when they're like, hi, you're like, there's no way that's really you.
Okay, let's do this around the table. Favorite gay black guy ever.
Ooh.
My favorite one, I'll already tell you, is Steven from Real World Seattle.
Steven from Real World
The guy that hit Irene in the face.
Dude, I don't even know who that is.
Okay, here's what happens. The whole season, you know he's gay. He's got it. You can tell it.
But he's not open?
He's not open. He's talking about banging chicks. But what had happened, this behind-the-scenes stuff that I learned from my friends who have done that series. I don't know if you know him, Christina Pajinski.
Yeah.
But apparently he was in the closet the whole time. But the producers cast him as being gay. And then when he got on TV, he was like, I'm not going to be gay for the TV. I'm going to pretend I'm straight.
Yeah.
But the whole cast knew. And so that at the end, and they were like, you can't say anything about him being gay. And at the end, Irene was leaving, and she was like, we can never get married, Steven. And he was like, oh, yeah, you're right, because you're a bitch. And she's like, well, that, and you're a homosexual. And if you have the clip, it's Steven from the real world slapping Irene, and you watch him, and he tries to be manly, and it's like Liza Minnelli pouring out of his body. And then he runs and throws her stuffed teddy bear into the water, which is not a dude move. Yeah. And then he goes up and he slaps her in the most effeminate way. He opens her car door and goes, I got you, Irene.
I remember this.
Yeah. Is this it?
Yeah, I think so.
And then he got arrested for being a male prostitute.
About my love, right? The love that costs me everything.
No. It's not Steven. It's not Steven. Type in Irene. It's not Steven. Steven's the friggin' kid from Boston. Oh, man, that guy's going to kick my ass, too. He's a badass.
Really?
Yeah, he's the kid that went to Virginia Military Institute on a tennis scholarship. I watched the show a lot, okay?
I can tell.
So,
Jesus.
Yeah, I knew who your wife was when you told me. You were like, I'm dating.
Oh, that's right. You
I was
did.
Like, are you fucking serious?
Oh, yeah.
Can I get a machine shirt? Oh, she still talk to Ramon?
Oh, Ramon, is that the guy she hooked up with?
No, the Puerto Rican guy on the show who ended up hurting his foot. She hooked up with him?
She hooked up with like every Puerto Rican that's been on the show.
Are you serious?
Except for the one with AIDS.
And then I was like, does she still talk to Piggy?
Yeah.
What a name for a girl, Piggy.
Piggy. She just hung out with Susie last weekend.
Shut up.
Yeah.
With no eyebrows?
Does she not have eyebrows?
No.
Yes, she does. They're just blonde.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It looks like no eyebrows on TV. I'd get those tattooed in. A little darker. Irene, just type in Real World Seattle in Google on Wikipedia, and then click on Irene's got a blog, but you can find the whole slap fight. His name is not Steven. It's something. I forget. Someone knows it. Someone tweet it to me real quick. Are you guys on Ustream right now?
Yeah.
How many followers do we have?
150.
Wow. That's almost as big as Bert the Conqueror. I used to get 42 when I'd Ustream live and chat with fans.
Really?
Yeah, one day I was like, hey guys, I'll follow all you on Twitter. So I followed them all on Twitter, and they're like, and I was like, guys, every time we log on, I'll follow the followers on Twitter. But they didn't want new followers on, so they never told anybody about it. They're
that's good.
Just keep it. Okay, this is it. What's his name? Steven?
Full of shit, Irene. You're like absolutely full of shit.
I hope
You are so full of shit. You're fake as shit. That's why you don't feel comfortable.
You're
Because
right.
nothing here is real, because you know why? You're an absolute bitch and you can't fess up to it.
You're right,
I'm
Steven.
sorry,
You're
fuck
right.
it, you can't help it. I
You're
loved
right,
you while you were
Steven.
here, while you were cool,
No.
but you know what? You flipped out.
You're right,
You gotta go
Steven.
back and get your sanity from where you left it
You're
at.
right, Steven. Bye, Nathan.
Okay, she says goodbye to Nathan, who went to VMI also.
Bye, Steven.
You got everything?
But she
opposite
just said,
shit.
hey, Steven.
You have
Come
everything?
here for a second.
Oh, gangster move.
Yeah.
So this is the last hurrah?
Yeah.
Watch how she looks when I get
I'll
out
see you
there.
again.
Now, this is Steven when he's still pretending to be straight.
Steven, I left everybody a gift.
Watch him.
And I want to leave you one too. You're right, because a marriage between you and I would never work out. You know that. Because you're homosexual, Steven.
You think I'm a homo?
Yes.
What's this about?
This is my functionality right here. You're a bitch.
Now, why'd you hide
Now
her
watch,
dog?
he jogs over and grabs the
Did she
dog.
do some whack stuff? I knew somehow she'd do whack something.
Now he's defending
So I knew
it in this video that you're
I knew she'd
seeing.
do something whack.
And you were
So
just
that proves-
preparing
that's
for it.
prophecy. I was preparing.
So he
I'm
had
a
stolen a
good
bunch of her
message.
stuffed animals during this production and hid them just in case something like this went down, so he could do
Mad now because I realized the calculated nature.
what I'm
of
sure
it.
every
That
villain
was
wishes
fun
he
at
had done,
first,
is
right?
to throw a stuffed
That was the
animal.
calculated nature of it.
Don't you think
Now
you were
watch.
calculated in hiding her
It's not done.
stuffed
He's
animal?
really
She got
angry.
mad, she didn't trip.
But I'm saying this takes a lot
Okay,
of
Nathan.
effort. This takes a
Oh,
lot
I know
of
it's a
effort.
lot of effort. It's a whole lot of effort. I told you I was pissed, and it was a lot. I was like, damn, you know.
Okay, Steven comes running out from
What were
around the
you
corner.
thinking?
Now she's still
What are
laughing.
you thinking right here? Right
And he
there. What
goes,
are you
"Excuse
thinking?
me."
What are you going to do?
I hope
Excuse
it
me.
goes up.
Smack.
And she's
That's
giggling.
kind of power.
And he didn't get out of the house. The castmates just asked him to take
Wow.
anger
Damn.
management classes. That's the guy I
Serious?
was talking about. He's a gangster. But yeah, I don't know why we got into talking about this. This is
You
what
just
I
said
do
who's
on
your
my
favorite
hotel.
gay black guy.
Okay, that was mine. Okay,
Look at the screen right now.
he's now out of the closet.
Oh,
He was a male
definitely,
prostitute.
definitely. Terrell Suggs is.
I look
that's
nothing
your-
like
You look exactly like him.
Exactly.
If you were black, that's exactly what you
Yeah.
look like.
Terrell Suggs.
Yeah. You don't think so? You guys share so many of the same features. Definitely the mouth. That's where it starts.
So that's the only one I see is that we're both mouth breathers.
You guys,
we both have blank stares on our face.
you see, that's two.
My nose is different than his.
Barely. It's a little.
And he doesn't have a goatee, or he does have a goatee.
He does have a goatee.
Jesus Christ, we do kind of look alike.
Yeah, man.
Penis.
And you
Our
guys
bottom teeth look identical.
I would say if you could pull up a picture of Terrell Suggs like physique, you guys probably have the same body too.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What is he? What position does he play?
Defensive end. Yeah.
Really?
It's like what you would be probably if you were in the NFL.
Type in shirtless picture of Terrell Suggs.
I'm trying to think of my favorite gay black guys besides Terrell Suggs. Terrell Owens. Those two are.
Oh God. Oh man. We both know Terrell Owens.
Yeah, absolutely.
We met him doing that show.
He's very big on not being Terrell. It's Terrell.
Terrell.
Yeah.
This is Terrell Suggs.
No, that doesn't look like Suggs.
Wait.
No, that looks like.
No, I think one of them is.
That's him right there.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah, we look identical.
That's him. Yep.
Ink, not wink.
Yeah, ink not mink.
Oh, ink, not mink.
Man. Yeah, you look just like that.
Yeah, we look
guy.
identical. God, I'm getting my life in order.
Let's talk about. Okay, we covered that. Let's talk about the other thing that's kind of crazy. Eddie Brill.
Fuck.
Getting okay. For those who don't know, Eddie Brill is a comedian. He's also the warm-up act, and until yesterday, the booker of the Letterman show. So he's the guy, the comedy booker. So if you want to do stand-up on Letterman, you showcase for Eddie Brill, and that's the gatekeeper. And he gives you your notes, and then that's who you get passed by. Just like there's Bob and Ross for the Tonight Show,
which is really interesting. Mark Ross is. It's Bob. I forget which one's which.
Yeah.
But it was all run by Bud Friedman before that. Did you know that?
I knew that Zoe was the Letterman booker before.
Zoe,
Eddie.
who we worked with. I love fucking Zoe.
Zoe's awesome.
I wish she still worked at Comedy Central, to be honest with you.
I know.
Zoe is awesome. And then the other one's Bud Friedman's stepson.
Yeah.
And so then Zoe left to go to Comedy Central, and then she gave it to
Eddie Brill.
And Eddie Brill's been doing it as long as I've been doing comedy.
Yeah.
I remember.
Well, he's been the booker for 11 years there.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I've been doing comedy a little longer.
Yeah.
But I remember meeting him.
But he's been a New York stand-up for 20-some years.
He hosted the open mic nights on like Monday at Caroline's. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to do a tape, you had to pay like $20 or $12 or something. And they give you a tape. They do a tape of your set. It was the first tape I ever did that went to Will Smith. And Eddie Brill was the host. He's the host. And he came up to me and he pulled me aside and he goes, "Great set, really funny." And I was like, that was the first person. Second person, really, Jim Norton was the first person that complimented me in stand-up. But Eddie Brill was a big one because I was like, whoa. But I auditioned for him for Letterman. And everyone's saying that I guess that he was a bad guy.
Well,
I don't know.
No, I got it. Here's the story, just so you know, follow what's going on. New York Times did a profile on him, and which basically the end result is him being let go of being the booker.
Started with Vanity Fair doing an article saying women are not funny.
Well, that's a Christopher Hitchens,
right?
But that's years old.
Yeah, but okay, never mind then.
Yeah, they're the same theme, but
okay.
This profile was done by the New York Times, and the profile I do think has a tone of like
negativity towards Eddie.
To me, it reads that way.
It read it that way to me, and it read. You know what it read like? It didn't. It read like he isn't really that funny. He doesn't get alternative comedy.
Yeah.
And alternative comedy is the future.
Yeah.
And I believe that. And that's what I got out of that article.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's at UCB doing this set.
Yeah.
Like Eddie. God bless Eddie Brill, but he's never going to do good at UCB. Yeah. You need to look like you belong at UCB to do well at UCB, for one.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, UCB is a mentality, it's almost a cult a little bit of that. You got to look hip, in order to be successful, because they don't want to see something lame.
Yeah,
you can't send something lame in there because they're gonna go, man. It's like a band. It's like if they fucking saw, the freaking. Well, anyway, go ahead.
Well, the thing that basically got him in trouble were two quotes in the article, both about women, because the writer of the article points out that like last year, 22 comics were booked to do Letterman. One was a woman.
Who was it?
I don't even remember.
Lisa
It's in the
Lampanelli?
article. No, it's somebody else. Somebody not like super famous. And so they ask him about it, and he says two things, and I might not be quoting this exactly, but one of them is that he says a lot of times women are not authentic as comics, and that a lot of women try to be men to please the audience. And this might not be an exact quote, but
It sounds like what I read.
Yeah, basically is those things. And there's a lot, and they get quotes from Anthony Jeselnik and Amy Schumer, both of whom
fuck each other.
They do that.
Yeah.
But I guess both were turned down from the show. And one of the things that Brill talks about in the article is that that he books not who he likes or who's whatever, but who's right for the show.
Right.
And he has a thing that you're either right to do stand up on the show or you're not. And I totally support Anthony and Amy's right to say anything and whatever. And
100%.
100%. And I'm fans of both, and I think they're great. And I honestly think both would probably kill on the show.
I think Anthony would be perfect for the show.
Absolutely, without question. But again, the point that that bothers me about the whole thing is that that a guy who didn't screw up as far as his job, he was doing his job fine according to his bosses.
Right.
Does an article, says something that absolutely you could be like, this is sexist what he said, or not fair or unjust or whatever. But then he's fired,
for something he didn't even do.
Well, no, it's for something that he said that you can be like, look, what he said is not cool. But you're fired. You're fired because you said something.
What happened to write-ups?
I don't know, man. I'm bothered by the fact that you can say one thing like that, and he's not. We're not saying he did a shit job. You didn't get complaint. It wasn't that Letterman was like, what the fuck? Why don't you book some more women on the show?
There must have been
Or
something else
CBS.
to it. They must be hitting heads all the time and stuff like that. Because
I'll give you.
Rogan
my
says shit
guess.
that I'm sure NBC's like, I really wish he wouldn't have been talking about doing DMT right now.
No. But you're talking. Okay, I'm gonna step in here from being on the side of both of those. Joe Rogan, is doing a very good job for NBC. So there's not a lot he can say,
right,
as long as he doesn't lose sponsors and fans.
Right.
Yeah.
That and they already know what they got into with Joe, so he's kind of got carte blanche when it comes to NBC.
Right.
It's a great show. It's an awesome show. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy. He's not an asshole. There's a lot of things that go along with that. Eddie Brill is just a guy that's doing a job, ultimately, and I'm just saying this in devil's advocate in defense of all of this, is doing a job that theoretically a lot of people could do.
And it's behind the scenes, too.
Yeah, and it's behind the scenes, and he's only in front of the scenes because we know him. He's a good guy. Right. He's direct with us. When I auditioned for Letterman, he told me, I think you're funny, but I don't think Dave would like this joke, and this joke. And he's like, and I can't clear those jokes, and I can't clear your set. So keep doing sets, keep submitting them to me. He's always been cool about this shit.
Yeah, I should point out that I've showcased for Letterman and was turned down by Eddie. And I actually really respected the way that he,
Did he think you were a lesbian?
And just for the record, I
was a woman.
I talk really much like a guy.
Yeah.
If the argument is that women aren't, that women are only funny if they act like men, I really act like a man on stage. And he didn't take me.
he basically, he gave me point by point notes.
Yeah.
He told me which jokes he's like these 3 jokes you could get on the show. And these 3, he's like, there's no way we would ever have you do these jokes in the show. And told me how to change. He was cool about it.
His argument with Jeselnik was that Jeselnik's not vulnerable enough. But I agree.
I agree with
how's Jeselnik going to throw in vulnerability in his act if you've seen his act? And then to say that to Jeselnik, that's discounting his entire time writing. Yeah. That he's not funny.
No,
that makes no fucking sense.
I'm not saying that I agree. I 100% agree with Anthony on that point.
Yeah, I do too.
That look, you can say that vulnerability, excuse me, brings something to stand up, which it does. It does change the way an audience views you and all that. But for that to be a point of like not having him on the show or saying that like he's not funny without being vulnerable, that's ridiculous.
And then the other thing I think is that, and now I defended Anthony, I'll defend Eddie in a tad bit. From what I understand, Eddie's job is not to book who he finds funny, but who he thinks Dave will find funny.
Exactly.
And I think Dave likes vulnerability. What Dave likes is, I think Eddie's argument ultimately is he doesn't think Dave would like Anthony Jeselnik.
Right.
And
Which
I think
we don't
Anthony's,
know.
no one will ever find out. Well, I'm sure we will now, because I bet the first person they book is Anthony Jeselnik. And then the second one's Amy Schumer.
Right.
That'd be funny if Dave introduced him. The next one is this comedian's girlfriend.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
But yeah,
he did say that shit. He came like there's another site called like Mirth, I think MIRTH, where they had an article about him being let go, where Eddie and Amy posted.
Yeah.
And in Eddie's like defending himself, he wrote like, then that comedian's girlfriend got it, like that's how he referred to Amy, which is like you can just
say her name.
Yeah, you can just say her name.
I don't know.
If anything, I would have let Eddie go for his quote in the article about Eddie Murphy not being a great comic.
What?
That
he said that?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy's fucking one of the greatest comics
God!
ever.
Yeah,
all
no
time.
shit.
Of all time, he's like I don't find him that funny. He's not very vulnerable.
He said
He's not.
He said, I never thought of him as a great stand-up comedian. He's a great comedy actor, like Bob Hope. Bob Hope was, but I never thought Bob Hope was a great.
Wow,
stand-up.
that's just fucking retarded.
That part, I will say, I would have
yeah.
sat him down.
Eddie Brill. Eddie Brill. I don't know if he was a fan of mine. He definitely did not think my stand-up was right for the show.
Yeah,
he was. But I'll tell you this: he was always nice to me. And when I did do Letterman, he came. He did not pass me. I don't think he was a part
to do stand-up. You were a guest.
I was a guest.
Yeah.
I was a guest, which is a different avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, but he came up to me, and I don't think he was. From what I'm guessing, I don't think he was probably totally cool with me getting booked as a guest because I was a stand-up, and he felt like that avenue he should have been taken care of. But as a man, right before I walked out on stage, he came over, told me how to, like, gave me some little insight, gave me a hug, said, "Congratulations, you're going to do fantastic." And so I felt that I was like, I never had any ill will, but even saying all of that, the fact that he did that to me as a comic to another comic right before I went on with the biggest show of my life, I was like, man, he's always got a spot in my heart. Never, like, he can say whatever he wants about me. He probably doesn't think I'm that fucking funny. I'm not that vulnerable. But
I saw, by the way, on Twitter, Justin Stengel, the EP and head writer, wrote that he said that him and the other writers agreed that your appearance was their favorite of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And I was like, there's no way. I saw other guys who were way better on this show.
Justin Stengel, let me tell you something. Justin Stengel just recently, like, when I did Letterman, the show, the guy who was in charge, the producer for my segment, called me on the phone, went through all the stories I told on Rogan's podcast. And was like, "Can you tell this just like you told it on Joe's? Can you tell this just like you told it on Joe's?" So much so that the day I left New York, I called Joe and I had to thank him. I was like, "Hey man, I really appreciate you putting me on your podcast because it's validated me in some sense in this career." And of course, everyone knows Joe. He's like, fuck that, you're out of your mind. This is you. I have nothing to do with it. This is all you. You're funny. You know how Joe is. But the truth is, I really believe that. And then Justin hadn't listened to Joe's podcast over Christmas. Justin started listening to Joe's podcast and started texting me like, "Motherfucker, this is the greatest podcast ever."
He loves it.
He loves it. And so I was like, you should reach out to Joe. And so he tweeted, but I was like, Joe's got 1 million followers. He's never going to find your tweet.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know who you are. So I said, and then he texted me. He's like, "Can I get his email? I'd love to send him an email." And I'd love to know that email that he sent Joe. Because Joe texted me and was like, "That was fucking awesome." And I was like, and Justin's a good judge of, like, I believe he's the best judge of comedy, really. Justin's a really great guy.
Just so you know, the exact quotes, I wanted to read you the exact quotes from the article that Eddie Brill said. The first one was, "There are a lot less female comics who are authentic. I see a lot of female comics who, to please an audience, will act like men."
What he should have said is there's a lot less female comics.
Right.
Because I think statistically it's probably exactly the same of unauthentic women as it is unauthentic men.
Absolutely.
So there's more unauthentic men than more unauthentic women.
Yeah.
I think, first of all, I think that's entirely wrong. Some of the funniest people are women. And I said this the other day, one time on a Death Squad night. I truthfully believe women are funnier than men on Twitter. Hands down, no questions asked.
I have said this 100 times that they blow men out of the water.
Men can't hold a fucking candle to women on Twitter.
What is it about it?
I have no idea.
They are like, I mean, it is exponentially, they are funnier. Exponentially funnier. 140 characters, women fucking run that shit.
Destroy it. Now, here's the question.
Yeah.
Does that leave it up to the delivery system? Is it the delivery system that
know.
holds it back? Is it when a woman goes on stage that a man sees her differently than he sees another man
Probably.
and won't give her the respect that he'd give a man?
Because there's a lot of sexist shit and a lot of men that have...
So you're saying Eddie Brill should go on Mark Barron's podcast?
No, but this is an interesting point. This is an interesting point. Because what bothers me in the end about this whole thing is I'm not defending what Eddie said. We're talking about that like it's I don't agree with what he said.
Yeah.
I do think it's crazy that it feels like he was fired for that.
Yeah.
This is what Christina, I had her type it to me because she said it yesterday and I was like, that is so perfect to sum up like how you can't fire somebody over this. She said, guys say sexist things to me daily. Even my closest male comic friends. If they fired every man in show business who said sexist shit, nobody would be working. I don't agree with Eddie Brill, but I don't believe in policing people's opinion. If he's an open sexist, then great. Then I know not to waste my time auditioning for Letterman. Same goes for racists and homophobes. I prefer mine to be open, so I know who to avoid. You can't stop people's biases. It helps to know who's who.
That's great.
It's great. I like that a lot.
A lot. Yeah, absolutely.
You should have to wear like a name tag.
Like women are fucking dumb.
You get a badge like in the Boy Scouts. Sexist, racist, semi-racist.
I've even I don't do it often, but I've even looked at to do a Follow Friday and be like, who do I think is really funny, and gone through my timeline and without even planning it, been like, oh, I just picked like 5 women. Like those are the funniest
Okay, let's
ones.
go through then. Let's go through.
Yeah.
And then hopefully these funny women that do not follow us will know that we've mentioned them on this podcast, and then we'll get Kelly Oxford to follow us.
I think Eliza Schlesinger is one of the funniest girl writers. Twitter, her blog is fucking hilarious.
Really?
Her stand-up
She's got a great
just
story.
destroys.
I don't follow her. I got to do it.
Oh, Eliza, Iliza.
All right.
Nikki Glazer and Amy Schumer are really funny on fucking
Amy
Twitter.
Schumer's really-
Nikki Glazer writes more on Twitter than she does for the fucking stage.
I feel like Nikki Glazer's stand-up, her Twitter is one of the best, hands down. Hilarious.
Okay, so we got at Nikki Glazer, at Amy Schumer, at Push is fucking awesome.
Hilarious.
At
Christina
P.
I will go through what
Eliza.
I wrote for like 5 days, and then I'll go to Christina's and read hers, and I'm like, fuck. Like,
Yeah,
so
mine
much
are all about
better.
taking shits.
Mine are so dumb. And hers
Mine are all about dick jokes and shit
And
jokes.
here, actually, the worst part is that I also feel like Christina's is totally effortless. Like, she's not like, how do I make this funny?
Yeah.
She just writes it, and I laugh, and I go, fuck, I didn't do that.
So
Like,
now those are the people that people know. Now, there's a group that I think that maybe just Twitter followers know.
Yeah.
But like Jenny Johnson High Five.
yeah.
is
She's a Twitter star, for
Fucking
sure.
hilarious.
Yes, and so is Jenny Ann Teets. Do you know who that is?
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
It's Jenny Molin.
Do you know who she is?
Yeah, that's Jason Biggs' wife.
Wait, do you know who she is? She's one of Cotty's best friends.
Are you serious?
I'm fucking calling Cotty right now.
Her writing is absolutely
Are you fucking kidding
hysterical.
me?
It's one of my favoriends, man.
I'm calling Cotty right fucking
she
now.
wrote and wait, can you get her on the phone?
Yeah.
We have a phone line now.
Hang on, let me see if I can get her. We can do this.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
We can.
Can I tell you something really funny?
Jenny, she's first of all, she's hot as shit.
Well, but hilarious.
I think she's made Jason Biggs funnier.
I don't doubt it. Her writing is.
They've got a real sick sense of humor, the two of them too.
I believe that.
Fucking Cotty's best friend is Sam Mullen.
Okay.
Kotz.
What's up?
Hey, any way we can get Jenny on the line for a podcast? Jenny Mullen?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. We just brought her up on this podcast we're doing, and
You might want to tell her that she's on the air.
you're on the air right now, Cotty. The so we're talking about funny women on Twitter, and Tom Segura just out of nowhere said Jenny and Teets is fucking hilarious. I was like, that's Sam's sister. I go, my sister knows her, and he was like, great. So can you text her and see if she'll call us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we can call her.
To call yourself?
Yeah, just call my cell.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, I'll call her now.
Okay, bye. Yeah, she's
Well,
fucking...
can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Do you remember I told you I wanted to shoot a sketch where it's the actress and the actor hooking up and she's grossed out?
Yeah.
I pitched the idea was to pitch it to her to play the actress and you to play the actor. I swear to God.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'll totally hook up with her.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so Jenny and Teach, Jenny Johnson high five. Kelly Oxford is the epiphany I had where women are funnier than men.
Kelly Oxford, yeah. She's also a
Kelly Oxford is a
superstar.
superstar and a porn star looking woman.
Yeah, she is.
She is one of the hottest fucking women.
Slash Lean, who we've talked about on the show.
Slash Lean is fucking awesome.
Have you met her? Because did you go to Toronto when?
No, I didn't.
You didn't go to Toronto. Yeah.
So now
Little Esther's hilarious on Twitter.
Little Esther,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Now let's go tit for tat. Dudes, let's not just say comics, but dudes who are really fucking funny on Twitter. So Rob Delaney's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Rob
you know
Delaney.
who's Twitter? Fuck. And I actually feel like I'm scared of him. So I feel like he would like. I'm scared of him the way like I'm scared of like meeting David Cross and having David Cross watch me do stand up and be like, oh wow, you're fucking terrible. Like
Yeah.
Like because he's like so judgmental. But this dude's Twitter is fucking great.
Who?
Joe Mandy. Do you
I don't
follow?
know.
Joe? He's a New York comic. He retweets horrible jokes. Like if you get retweeted by him, like it means that like
Oh, you shut the fuck
yeah.
up. Oh god,
And
I hope mine aren't
he-
ever good. Because I have some real stinkers.
Yeah. You mean Kim Jong Il is Kim Jong dead?
It was funny if you had just heard that he died within 2 minutes. But as soon as that death had breathed a little bit, I really am really bad at doing jokes on Twitter.
Who's Sean O'Conn's? He was a writer on Norm's show, and he's a stand-up. He's really funny.
Who's
on Twitter.
Sarah Silverman's boyfriend? The Sulk.
Oh, the Sulk. Yeah,
The Sulk is fucking hilarious.
But we're talking. Those are like superstars on Twitter already.
Yeah, Jenny Johnson High Five's a news reporter or like a
Ridiculous.
news producer.
Nacho
in Texas.
Sarah. Nacho Sarah. Nacho Sarah is hilarious.
How do you find all these people?
Just like from
retweets.
No,
and stuff?
like you see people tweeting each other,
Right.
and then you jump in. Brendan Walsh.
Oh, Brendan
who's
Walsh
our
is great, and his whole family's
phenomenal.
great. Yeah.
Brendan Walsh.
Yes.
Brendan Walsh is one of the funnier human beings. Like
He's-
in all encompassing funny. Like I
Yes.
think people like someone said to me the other day, "You're one of the most likable guys," and I think on stage that helps me. But in real life, I think I'm a likable guy because I smile a lot, I giggle a lot. I'm really fucking funny. I'm really attractive. Like those kind of qualities.
Yeah.
But Brendan Walsh, man, is just funny for the sake of him laughing at shit.
Yeah, he's great.
Hilarious. And then his ex-wife and his son are also
Oh yeah, they're great
on Twitter.
too.
So like
his fucking bitch wife.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Are they real people?
Yeah. Absolutely.
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 Are you fucking serious?
He was married and he has a son.
Kid.
So
They
if
all
you,
tweet.
I think it's
I
hurt.
so
fucking read
dysfunctional.
those, and I was like, it's got to be a joke because it's too fucking brutal. And then one of the chicks, fucking Chelsea Peretti started fucking chiming in, and I was like,
She's
all
also
right.
really funny.
Jen Kirkman, is that her name? She's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know her.
I know Jen Kirkman. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, the whole thing is to get order your Where the Dudes At shirt. Go to tomsegura.com.
Oh, that's the whole thing of this.
That's-
That's the whole fucking point of Todd Glass, Eddie Brill.
So what I wanted to actually let's get
This would be a bad time to die as a comic.
let's get the Super Mommy Pack intro going promo again. In case you didn't hear it, I want you to hear it.
What
Then
is
if you go to my site,
I'm gonna fuck your mom.
Listen up, little mommies. The Super Mommy Pack is here.
Is it such a shock that your mother wants to fuck?
The Super Mommy Pack, what all the mommies are talking about. Go to tomsegura.com, click on store, and get your mommy on.
My body is the rock and roll temple, and my flesh, blood, and body fluids are a communion to the people.
The Super Mommy Pack includes Tom's album Thrilled,
Crying motherfucker.
Christina's album It's Hard Being a Person,
Fuck off.
the pilot DVD of Cutman,
You can charge that to the game.
and an 11x17 glamour shots poster of Christina. Go to tomsegura.com and click on store and do what a mommy would do.
Run his ass over. You be nice to him. I'll fuck you up.
do you like it?
That was awesome.
Yeah,
That was really great.
yeah. You know who did that?
Who?
Ryan Match, the Match Man. You know
You
him?
serious?
Yeah. You know him. I want to play this game with Bert. We're gonna play a game right now.
Oh, I
this
know
is
this
fun.
game.
This is a fun game. This is really simple.
Oh, okay.
We call the game Which is which one is this?
It's the first one.
No. We're doing no. We're doing Which is Mike Singletary. Which is Mike Singletary? Mike Singletary, the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I know Mike.
Okay, so the game is we play you 2 clips, and you have to tell us which one is Mike Singletary.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So.
That's not him.
Which is Mike Singletary?
We got car! Roll, Frank, run! Roll, Frank!
That were there, and they made a difference, and the things that I was able to take away from each one of them.
Singletary.
Let's hear it one more time.
Actually, you know what?
We got car! Roll, Frank, run! Roll, Frank!
Okay.
That were there, and they made a difference, and the things that I was able to take away from each one of them.
I'm going to go with the second one.
Second one?
Yeah, it's Mike Singletary.
Okay.
The Christian Mike Singletary. Right?
Yeah.
He's a Christian.
You know, actually, you played the other clip. Can you play Mike spaced 1?
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
You had it backwards.
That's all right.
What was the first one, Michael Vick?
No. Just it's the same game. Just listen to the clips.
Which is Mike Singletary?
Hey, baby! We're gonna be here all day! We're gonna be here all day, baby!
That's Ray Lewis.
I like this kind of party!
That's Ray Lewis.
I want to say this. Number one is I apologize for the start.
Hey, that's Lester Hayes. That's Lester Hayes.
Which is Mike Singletary? What?
Left her a phone message. Try calling her from your phone since mine is blocked.
Wait, answer the fucking name. The question first.
The first one was Ray Lewis.
Okay.
And the second one was either Lester Hayes or Mike Singletary.
Okay. Well, the answer is they're all Mike Singletary.
Really?
Bam.
All of them.
That's the
All
first one's
4
Mike
of them.
Singletary?
Yeah.
What year?
All 4.
What year?
What year was that?
Yeah.
The in-game clip was from I don't know, whatever year he
back when they
retired.
won the Bears.
Yeah.
Back when they won the Super Bowl.
Well, a little after that. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. Isn't that great? How different he sounds, though.
That is fucking insane. Now here's my question, and I talked about this. Are we done with the game?
The game's over.
Okay. So here's my question, and we talked about this. Now, you be honest with you. Try to be honest but sensitive to when we talk about this, since we're being very sensitive today. I feel like we haven't really stepped on any toes yet. So let's see if this will happen. So I was talking to my feature act this weekend, Pat Barker. He's at Pat Barker Comedy or something on Twitter.
Something.
Or
That's
something.
a great plug.
But I was talking to him. This weekend, and we were talking about Tebow, and we were saying, why is it that it? And this may be like a hacky question, but why is it that Tim Tebow, that America seems okay to attack Tim Tebow about his religion, but they would never do that with like black.
Is that her?
That's her. Hello.
Hey,
Oh, hey, Cots, what's up?
what are you guys doing?
We're doing the podcast still.
I've got Jenny on the line. Wait, want me to transfer to you?
Yeah. Transfer to me.
Yeah.
Okay, one sec.
Oh, this is fucking awesome.
Jenny? Hi. You're on with Bert.
Hey, Jenny.
Hi. Later, guys.
Later, Cots.
Later.
How you doing, Jenny?
Good, how are you?
Good. So this is how this started. We were talking. We were making a statement based on. I don't
Tell
know
her
if
where you are first.
Oh, I'm at a podcast out at the Ice House Comedy Club. It's called Your Mom's House. It's with Tom Segura and Brian Redban. Just call him Redban. And so.
Oh, I love them.
So in this past week, Eddie Brill, the booker from Letterman, got fired, and he was saying that girls aren't funny. Ultimately, that's a short note. And we were arguing that we believe girls, in fact, are funnier on Twitter than men. And right out the gate, Tom Segura said one of the funniest girls on Twitter is Jenny and Teets. And I know.
Oh, I love that.
And I know for a fact who you are, because I'm Cotty's brother and you're Sam's sister, and Teets is your dog. I thought you were originally Teets was something else.
Jenny, can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can
I wanted to tell you, your not just your tweets, but the two things that you wrote. The one about the girlfriend where you're hiding in the van in the back, and the most recent one about your pitch meeting actually had me like laughing out loud, like howling.
Can you believe that? I can't even believe when that happened, you guys. I don't know. I must have gone into a state of shock because it didn't really. I think not until like after New Year's did I really start to wake up like in a cold sweat, like Jason. Oh my God. I got my period all over that guy. That's like a big... I didn't even know what the tweet was.
No, it's an article. She wrote an article about she went to a pitch meeting and she's pitching to with big shots and she's sitting on a guy's couch and she goes...
I was pitching to Todd Garner. Do you know who that is? Todd Garner from Broken Road?
No. Jenny, we're 5 levels below you.
Just total big shot.
Jenny, we're in the Ice House doing a podcast.
So, but wait, you're pitching to him, and go ahead, tell him what happened.
Well, so I go into this meeting, and of course, I'm an actor, so this is my first pitch meeting ever, and I really want to make a good impression. They liked this script that I wrote. And I don't know this world. I don't know how it works. I didn't know what to expect. I just kind of went in. I'm wearing all black, because I'm like, okay, what's the vibe I want to give off? Kind of trying to plan my whole thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm rolling with the punches, agreeing with all of their notes, just sort of kissing their ass. I'm in this all white, immaculate office, okay? And halfway through the meeting, Todd yells at the guy sitting next to me. He goes, oh my God, just fell out on my couch. Don't let your pen bleed all over my couch. So the guy, is like, oh God, sorry, Todd. Puts the pen back in his purse or in his pocket. We're sitting there for about an hour and a half, okay? And fucking all of a sudden, everyone gets up. And they're like, okay, cool. So we'll reconvene after the break. This sounds good. I'm gonna go do these notes. I stand up, you guys. I look down. There's a fucking blood Rorschach all over Todd's white couch. I don't know what to do. I'm like, do I fucking jump out the window? What do I do? It's all men, okay? All men and me. And it's like a total boys club over there. And I'm just standing there he's wondering why I'm not moving, why I'm not leaving his office. And I just grab him and kind of throw him up against the wall. And I'm just like, Todd, listen to me. Listen to me right now. You need to leave. You need to get out of your office.
So you're kicking him out?
Are you kidding me? I had to have his assistant, his gay assistant, clean up my period blood.
Oh my God!
Scrubbing. It was the most embarrassing thing of all time.
Now
afterwards, my agent called. They're like, "So how'd it go?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it was great. They had a lot of notes. They want me to, kind of change the main character.
I'm not pregnant.
I bled all over them, and other than that, I think everything's fine."
Oh my God, that is fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
it was so bad. It was so bad. I didn't know what to do. I came home. Well, actually, I went to Jason was doing his American Pie press that day, and I walked in, and he's getting his makeup done, and I walk in, and he's like, I said, okay, listen, Jason, I have a story for you. First of all, does anybody have a tampon? Second of all, you're never gonna fucking believe what just happened to me.
And tell.
So it was terrible.
Tell Bert what you sent the producer as a gift.
Oh, so afterwards I come home reeling, and I'm still numb, you guys. I still was it's kind of funny. I'll write about it. It'll be fine. The terror didn't set in until at least 4 weeks later. But so I come home and I'm like, what can I do? Should I send a dry cleaner there? I don't know. So anyway, I called Wally's Wines and I was like, could you send over some wine? So I sent him a note that just said, hey, Todd, sorry about today. Anyway, it got you red, to match your couch.
Oh, man.
It was horrible. No, the worst part of all of this, he never responded to me, you guys. Over the holiday, I'm just like, holy shit, what did I do? I'll never work in this town again. Not that I work in this town now, don't get me wrong. But still.
Has he responded since?
I totally fucked myself.
Has he responded?
But everything's fine.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Everything's fine now.
All right.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, the funny thing is, when I mentioned you, I told Bert, I pitched him an idea for a short, a sketch, and I told him, and he was like, "Oh, I got to clear it." He's got to clear it with Travel Channel, who he's on Travel Channel all the time, and I actually wanted the girl part to be played by you, so I want to reel you in. I want to shoot something with you and Bert.
I love it. I'm in.
Okay, there you go.
Totally in.
Now you're
I'll just tell Travel Channel it was before my contract.
okay. Cool. Thank you so much for calling in, Jenny.
Oh my God, of course. I'm a huge fan of your show, Bert, and I hope I see you soon. I guess I'll see you at your sister's birthday.
Yeah, I'll see you at Cotty's birthday.
And Jenny, we would love to have you on the podcast sometime. So
yes, I'd love it. I'd love to come in.
Okay, so
that
everybody
is fucking great.
Follow her on Twitter. It's Jenny and Teets, Teets, right?
Yes.
Okay, follow her on Twitter.
I have a story coming out this Friday about sleeping with my ex-stepbrother.
All right. I'll DM you and we'll have you come in maybe in like a week or two if you can. Okay.
Okay, I love it.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny, for calling. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Bye-bye.
Bye.
DM is completely different than DPs. Just so,
Just so you know, yeah.
She is now. Here's
hilarious.
She's fucking. I never realized. Like, I'm so self-centered. I never realized how funny other people are. Because the second someone goes, "Oh, you got to meet Sam's sister. She's really funny," I start going, "Yeah, but I'm a comic. I'm really fucking funny." And then you realize how fucking funny someone is.
It's great.
That's pretty great.
Well, I think we just blew out Eddie's theory about women having to act like men.
Jesus.
She just told a story about having her period on a couch,
and
we were on the fucking floor.
She was so funny. You watched? Can you play the Carter Johnson news clip? Because here's why I want to play this for you. Just to set this up, Bert and I both are from Florida.
Yes.
And there's just certain things. There's a lot of shit that goes on in Florida that you just go like, oh yeah, that's fucking Florida. This is a real clip from real local news in Florida. It's not a parody. It's not like a YouTube or a Funny or Die. I just want you to watch this guy.
Robbed the bank wearing a mask and holding a weapon. Once clerks alerted the police, he took off and hit a vehicle as he fled from police.
Now he came in Dukes of Hazzard, getting it, digging like that, like Dale Jr., and then hooked up and shot forward. And when he hooked up and shot forward, that's when he came and hit.
He went by me so fast, split second. We're talking millimeters.
Thank God that no kids got hurt.
He just came in big, getting it like that, like Dale Jr., Dukes of Hazzard style, and
it's so Floridian though, right?
God, that is so. And he's wearing a fucking
coonskin
cap.
Yeah. That looks like what's the fucking
but the Daniel Joey Bucket, David Bucket, David Bowie, David Bucket, Daniel Bowie, and Daniel Fuckett. Fuck it, I don't know. Oh my God, that is fucking. Just play it. I want to see him say that again. Can you see? I just want to see him say that again.
Play it again. Yeah. Here, watch here. You'll see it better.
He just came on getting it big like that.
Alerted the police, he took off and hit a vehicle as he fled from police.
Now he came in Dukes of Hazzard, getting it, digging like that, like Dale Jr., and then hooked up and shot forward. And when he hooked up and shot forward, that's when he came and hit.
I want him to read books on tape.
I do too. I love the guy.
Came in, digging it, getting it like that.
Can you guess what part of Florida he lives in?
I'm gonna guess Ocala.
Not a bad guess. No.
Jacksonville.
Panama City.
Oh, of course. Fucking course. He came in getting it like that, digging it, Dukes of Hazzard style, like Dale Earnhardt. Like Junior. He even referenced that it's not his dad. Like anyone else would just go Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah.
He said Junior. Like
Junior does it like that.
Yeah, Junior digs it like that. His daddy didn't quite dig it like that. I hate when grown men say daddy.
Oh, me too. Oh, you know what else I hate? And it's very Southern, and it took me, because I didn't actually grow up in...
You grew up in Columbus with Brian.
I moved around a lot, but Southerners always go shit, they'll say shit like, yeah, Dad said he doesn't want to come out, doesn't want to do that, so I'm just going to, hang out and wait, but then when Daddy says that it's fine, it's like, you're supposed to say my dad.
Yeah,
yeah. My dad said.
Daddy said.
Dad makes the assumption that we're talking about
Daddy.
our dad.
I said, Daddy, I'm gonna take it down to the shop. He said, now that's fine, but make sure Daddy's down there, because if Daddy's down there, then I'll come down. So I said, Daddy's coming down if Daddy's here.
Yeah, like we're not talking about our dad. You have to specify. Like, don't you say, like, if you talk to somebody, you say, like, my dad said.
Yeah.
In the South, they'll just be like, Daddy said to come on over when I'm ready.
It creeps me out so
creepy.
bad.
It's like, we're not talking about our dad.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Okay, this really creeps me out. Georgia and Isla call Leanne Mama.
Uh-huh. Oh, it freaks you out?
I fucking hate it.
She's so sad.
I tried to get Isla to stop.
You did?
I was like, can you not do that anymore? She goes, why? That's what she is. She's my mama. And I went, no. She's your mom. She's mom.
Yeah.
Mom, mother, mommy, not mama. She's not
Does she
mama.
call you Papa?
No, she calls me Bert. Fucking Georgia woke me up this morning by standing next to my bed and just went right in my ear, Bert. And I went, "Gah!" I scared the shit out of her. She just laughed and walked out of the room like,
Who
fucking
did? Isla?
Georgia.
Georgia?
Like, it works every time.
That's
You just said Bert?
She just went right in my ear. Bert. And I went, "Gah!" And she fucking laughed and walked out of the room. I was like, the bitch is going to kill me. I'm going to have a heart attack one fucking time. And fucking Georgia, it's got to be fucking hilarious to see your dad sound asleep. Just this guy that is the power of the family. The one who does everything. And then just to watch him lose his shit, just Bert. And you're like, "Ugh!" So wait, tell me about Columbus real quick.
Oh, by the way, you made my day. You made my whole weekend. I was in Columbus visiting fam and stuff, and it was just freezing cold, horrible. And
I'm there on Saturday.
Oh yeah, well it's going to be miserable. But
I hate cold.
But the whole time we're there, we're listening to the radio station because we're rented a car and we didn't have like MP3s or anything. So we're listening to the radio, and every 10 minutes. This weekend at Vets Memorial, meet the Travel Channel's Bert Kreischer and stuff like that. And it was awesome hearing your name nonstop. Like it was like every 15 minutes, every 10 minutes.
Wait, you're going to Columbus?
I'm going to Columbus to do
When?
a corporate.
Oh, this week?
Is
Saturday.
Is it the
It's
Home and
Sunday.
Garden Show or
It's
something like that? Or
It's like the AAA Expo.
Oh shit, I'm going to Long Island tomorrow. I'm going to do Governors this weekend.
You're doing Governors?
Yeah.
Who are you working with?
What do you mean?
Like, who's headlining?
You piece of shit.
Wait, are you really? I've always wanted to do Governors. What's it?
Maybe I can get you in. Do you have any credits?
Host of Travel Channel, Bert Gonder.
But like something that people have seen?
I almost threw up. So wait, I've always wanted to do Governors. The AAA thing is clean, 35 minutes clean.
Wow,
you're good with that.
Yeah, and they were
Do you remember? Oh my god!
Getting paid
Let me tell you guys
money
this.
to get in trouble.
When we did Hawaii, where the Bert shaves time video, shaves Tom. That's my name. Video. He didn't shave time, right? He shaved Tom. He right before like we go up, they have Bert host because they're like Bert's got great energy. Like he'll host. I
had done it the year before.
Yeah, he'd been there, and they're like, Bert's like, it'll be loose and fun, and then I'll go next, and then Russell Peters will close it, which makes sense. So they're like, okay,
Makes really a lot of sense on paper.
right, and then they go, by the way, Bert, like, no, like, don't do it, don't be profane, don't do anything, like, and it's not, and I don't say that like because Bert like can't do like that he's filthy or something, but Bert's the kind of person that like if you put a rule in his head, and he just goes, "Oh God, I can't do that. I can't do that." He starts freaking out, and I see him like 2 minutes before, and I've seen him just stand up 100 times.
Oh my God, that's
and I've
right.
never seen him
That's
pace.
right.
Like he's pacing, and I'm like, "Are you all right?" He's
pounding
like,
beers.
he's
Do you
like,
remember that?
Yeah, he's like, "I'm fine. I don't know why he told me not to say this." And then he goes up, and he's like sweating, like panic sweating, and you stay clean, right? You stay clean.
I stayed totally clean. But I said,
but you weren't yourself 100%.
I wasn't. And instead of saying, I did my Bert joke to open, and instead of saying, very interestingly, Bert's the last name you want to hear in the throes of passion, I said last name you want to hear during sex, which automatically, and then now this is on paper, it sounds like a great idea. Tom goes up, and his opening joke is, and the other rule is don't make fun of Hawaiians. And Tom's opening joke is, Hawaii, I love the island place. Everything's slower here, including their metabolisms. Right? So, and then
I go, oh, mahalo has like a bunch of different meanings. Is one of them extra cheese?
Hey guys, this is a really confusing airport base. Luckily, I ran into a couple of Japanese guys. They really know it well. So these are Tom's opening jokes, right? So which is fine, which is all fine, and I'm being honest when I say this, which is all fine. If the day before we hadn't done a rifle training class with all guns that the military has, and their opening line was, "We got one rule around here: if it's brown, kill it." And our headliner is the distinct color of brown.
Yeah.
And so Russell Peters goes up, brown. In wartime, we're fighting. These people are all trained. Their opening training is, if it's brown, kill it.
Yeah.
And he goes up, and as he went up, Tom and I were like, I wonder if we should have gotten a lighter shade of person to do this.
And we also got the only thing I like more than seeing brown is that pink mist, watching it go down. Meaning like
the blood spray.
Yeah, when you kill them. So
the pink mist. So we didn't get. So not only did we not get asked back, we turned our buddy Chuck into a fucking pile of vodka in a bed.
Oh man, and he lost the gig.
He lost the gig.
They're like, you can never.
Oh, that was so fucking. Those are good memories.
Those are fun. That was such a fun trip, though.
I had a fucking blast.
God.
That's where we got to know Bush.
Yeah, and that's where our wives became like clam bumping buddies for sure.
Exactly.
All right, cue it. Here we go. We're gonna play our last game with you and get out of here. You know how to play Would You Rather, right? It's pretty simple. I'll give you a couple scenarios. Okay.
This is already loaded.
So, all right. This one's from a fan. And by the way, keep submitting these. We love when you submit them. It's yourmomspodcast@gmail.com. Yourmomspodcast@gmail.com. Okay, Bert. Would you rather every time you shit, instead of shitting fecal matter, you shit 100 live spiders? Or you get to shit regular poop, but you only have a 30-second window. So, like, when it hits you, you got to get up, find a bathroom, and take a shit. Otherwise, you just shit all over yourself.
I'm going with the second because I already have that. Although it would be really fun to shit spiders because I would do that in all my friends' houses. Shit spiders in rental cars.
Yeah.
I would shit spiders everywhere. Do you realize what a closing bit that would be? Anyone allergic to spiders? Because I'm out of here, bitches.
And then spiders come running out of your
First of all,
yeah.
When did you start doing this? Because the number one person at this game is your wife.
Well, yeah, that's
We've been doing it for a while.
For a long time.
Okay, when we were in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Please, we can't get her on the phone right now. When we were in Amsterdam,
Let's get her on the phone. Here, I'll call her right now.
She did one to Dove Davidoff that made him.
It blew his mind, right?
It blew his fucking mind.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh my God. We were laughing so hard.
Yeah. That's why we do it.
She's the best at this.
Anyone that's ever been good on the show.
Cottie's really good at it.
Is she?
Cottie said, "What would you rather? Every time you talk to someone, every time you talk to someone important, you profusely drool. You can't stop salivating. You just drooling.
She's not answering. Getting our weave done.
Or have sleep in your eyes all the time. Just sleep filled your eyes. Just you clear it out and just new sleep comes in.
Oh Jesus!
What would you rather do? Drool profusely every time you talk to someone important. Just sorry, or sleep in your eyes nonstop.
I'd take the drool. I think.
Okay.
I just feel that the sleep thing just feels. I actually have some right now. It just feels. Don't you like it feels gross?
Oh,
and I would
see that?
feel. Yeah, I just feel dirty when I have it. Yeah. What would you take? The sleep in your eye?
I take drooling. I already drool.
Yeah,
I drool. I drool and I burp. I never knew I burped as much as I did until I drove with Tom to Brea one day, and he was like, "Hey, can you roll down the window or something?"
Oh.
I go, "What?" And he goes, "You're burping like 100 times." I didn't even realize I was doing it.
And he'd go like this. He'd be like, one time I was. And I was like, Bert, and he's like, "Yeah." I go, "Do you burp like every day?" He's like what? I'm like, "You just burped 7 times in the last."
It's from
minute.
drinking.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I know how burping works, but
do you drink?
No,
it's from drinking a lot though. Like,
what would you rather? Nipples that were 1 inch bigger in diameter.
Yeah.
So you had rockin' huge nipples.
Yeah.
Or I could place your nipples anywhere on your body.
Ooh. I take the 1 inch.
Yeah, me
bigger.
too.
Are you serious?
You're gonna fuck with me.
I can't put them on your face.
But you're gonna put them like on the back of my neck or like on my big toes or something. You took one on each toe.
Wait, can you play some really reminiscing music and we can cover all our favorite points of the podcast at the end?
Yeah, but wait, real quick. One last. What would you rather?
Oh, please.
Okay. Would you rather?
Let's do this for like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, we can do. We have them all the time. Okay. Would you rather have a sex change operation performed, then get it reversed? So you're back to a guy again.
Oh, but it's a mess. It looks like it's been chewed up by a dog.
Most people see it and they go, "That's pretty good." Like that's the.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Like an average.
Yeah, like it's not what it used to
but
be.
You've got to go through the real recovery of it.
You got to go through back and forth, or you release.
I just burped right then.
Yeah, of course. You always burp. You release an hour special called "Pee on Me," right? And it changes like the direction of your career, where like you can't your kids are no longer proud of you, and.
I'm doing sex change.
Really?
Reverse it. Yeah, I'm going to reverse it.
They turn it into a vagina.
I barely
and
even
then
use mine anyway. If it's just, I'm using it with me most of the time anyway. So yeah, I'm doing sex change, reverse it.
Does how much you masturbate on the road, does it correlate to how happy or depressed you're on the road?
Yes, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm more depressed if I'm masturbating a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. I was like, doesn't cheer me up. Like that was a good one.
So like, if you like, you know, if like you jerked off like 7 times in a hotel a week, you're like, this is a bad week. Like I didn't have a good weekend.
Or I can tell you what city. Let's you name a city, and you got to put a number on how much you masturbate in that city.
Okay.
Chicago.
4.
2.
Okay.
Brian, you gonna play this game?
I masturbate every day so much, so I just must.
San Francisco.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, all those boys in cute shorts. I don't.
Where the dude's at?
Where the dude's at? San Francisco, probably once because I'm close to home.
I think I'm 2. I think I'm 2 there.
Yeah.
Okay. Des Moines, Iowa.
Ooh,
42.
11.
I'm going 6.
Yeah.
Only because they put you in a microtel. If they put me in a better hotel, I probably would masturbate less.
That microtel's horrible.
Fucking the worst. And Paul was a great guy. Paul Lynn was a great guy and a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
But the best part is he'd drop you over the microtel and he goes, I know it's a Des Moines, it's not a hopping city, and there's not much to eat. But you know what? Here's the thing you got to look to. Your fucking hotel room is the worst place you'll be all weekend.
He gave me shit about a light. Yeah, when I went there in like 06.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to do 25, and I was like, "Can I get a light?" And he was like, "For what?" And I was like, "To let me know to wrap it up." He goes, "You don't know how to do what you're doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just saying, like, could you light me and just let me know?" He's like, "Don't you have a watch on?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Just look at your watch." And I was like, "Nobody asked for a light here before?" Like, he made me feel like I was the first guy that asked for a light.
He died of a massive heart attack, and the day
bike riding,
yeah. Wow. And the first time I worked the club, I met him. We hung out and we liked each other. And that day, I got a message from my doctor saying I had high blood pressure and high cholesterol, and I needed to watch what I eat. And I was really bummed out. I'd also 2 days before got offered Bert the Conqueror. And I went and I sat down at the bar and I was turning down Bert the Conqueror, and I was really depressed about the whole thing. And he goes, "Look, first of all, let me tell you something. We'll talk about the show in a second. The food, it's fucking easy. Vegetables and fish. That's all you fucking eat." I had the same shit. Paul was like 350 pounds.
He had
was
lost
like,
weight?
Nope, he was still 350 pounds. And he was like, "I had the same fucking problem with my heart, and it's just vegetable and fish." And he yells back, he's like, "Get him the same shit you got me." And he's like, "Another one?" He's like, "One more." And he's like, "I got your food taken care of." And he was like, second of all, he goes, "You do Bert the Conqueror. You do that show because you'll have lived in 1 year the greatest life. You'll have filled up a bucket list. And at your funeral, you can have all these pictures of you jumping off buildings in cages with sharks, with animals in the most exotic locations. And everyone at your funeral will look at those pictures and go, that guy lived his life." And he goes, "And that's what life's about, is having great pictures up at your funeral."
Wow.
And then all of a sudden our food comes out. It's fish and chips. I go, "Paul,
This is not-
I go, this isn't fish and vegetables." He goes, "It's potato and a fish."
Hold on a
That's
second.
hilarious.
Hold on a second. This is Christina.
Nice.
Hey, babe.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, Gene.
Hey, you're on the podcast right now. Yeah, it's called "It's Your Mom's House." I do it with my wife.
Hi, they call me Push.
Hey, meet Christina Pajewski. Say hi, Christina.
Hi.
We were doing. I'm here with Bert Kreischer. He's a comedian.
Never heard of him.
And
Never heard of him.
Redban. And we're doing Would You Rathers, and Bert was saying how you are so gifted at this, and I was like, that's how the good ones come out. Could you give us one right now?
Wait, Push, what was the one you gave Dove? I don't know if you can. It may not be able to be podcast friendly, but what was the one?
We do horrifying.
Nope.
Oh.
No, wait. Did you tell Bert how many times I farted yesterday?
No.
Who won that, by the way? Because I was like,
actually
I was waiting for an update. But
she
Why don't you count your farts?
We counted our farts. She won up to the last tweet was at 11:30.
Right.
She went to bed, and before midnight, I farted twice, but I didn't tweet it. I actually won, but people don't know that.
Where is she right now?
She's getting her weave done.
Oh,
Are you?
that's right.
Hey, how's your weave?
How was my weed?
Weave, your weave in your hair.
Oh, I'm getting it did right now. I actually have to go. He's bleaching my hair right now.
Wait, can you give us a would you rather? Can you give us
What was the one you gave Dove?
Oh, fuck. Hold on, man. I feel like I've exhausted all of them.
what's the Dove one?
Okay, I've got one. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but, okay. I think I may have told you this one, Bert. Would you rather live in the back of a Mack truck? You have to live there, and there's no windows, and you travel everywhere that's a Mack truck driver.
Like an 18-wheeler. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Eek.
Or, you have to live as a goat in a petting zoo, and people, like, bring you handfuls of pebbles and stuff, and you eat them.
Am I a really goat or am I a human playing a goat?
Wait, I can't hear him.
Is he really a goat, or are you a human playing a goat?
I can't hear you guys.
Are you really a goat? Are you really a goat, or are you a human playing a goat?
No, you're a human living as a goat. Like
You're-
you live in a pen, like a petting zoo.
But it's just like a 9 to 5 job, right?
Is it like a 9 to 5 job, or are you like you're full time a goat?
It's 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Clock out and go home.
Yeah.
And I got weekends off and Martin Luther King Day and Hanukkah.
Yeah, you get holidays off.
I get holidays off.
Yeah. I think it's.
I'm going goat.
Yeah, I think that's a great one, by the way, babe. But the 18-wheeler is so fucking depressing to think about living back there. Like you have a couch in a windowless like back of a truck, and all you do is you go on a freeway and you never get out, and you have a toilet in there.
Oh, fuck
you
that.
never leave.
Yeah, I'd be a goat.
Oh, that would be so.
You would jerk off 1,000 times.
You see America.
No, you wouldn't.
No, because you're in.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't have liked today's podcast. We just talked about how funny women are and stuff. And it was.
Yeah, you really.
We did.
I swear to God, Push.
Yeah, we did. We totally did.
I'm so proud of you. Did you read my quote about
Yes.
Eddie Brill?
Yes.
Is she in town?
Good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel bad for Amy Schumer today. I don't know. Has anyone heard anything about her side of this?
All I know is that Amy is like very dangerous these days.
Sorry, it said AIDS is what?
AIDS is a bad disease.
AIDS is bad.
No, we actually. It was just all it was. It was. I mean, we're on right now. We're still on, but we just talked about
I
how
forgot
funny.
she couldn't hear me. I was going to
how
tell my joke.
Funny women are. We just talked about women. We really did.
You guys are great. I like to hear
You
that.
got. You know what would be neat? It would be great. I want you to meet my wife. She's a comedian. I want you to meet her sometime. All right. I gotta go.
All right, bye.
Bye. I love you, mommy.
Hey, I made that joke. It wasn't funny, but I made it last night on the phone to you. I was like, Amy Schumer's deadly these days. She killed Patrice, and and she got Eddie Brill fired. I mean,
That's right.
fuck.
Yeah. Don't
Everyone,
get in her
but
way.
people are like, man, she's got to feel horrible. She made all those jokes about Patrice and he died. I was
Why?
like,
No.
no one feels fucking horrible.
No.
Patrice was making those jokes about himself.
Of course, that's ridiculous.
I was more upset about what he said about on Steve-O, with Steve-O on the roast about the guy that died. I thought that was kind of.
But that's what
way
you're supposed
too
to
soon.
do. That's what you're
yeah,
supposed
but
to
I mean,
do.
that was not even like a week
What,
or two,
who
and
said-
they were like best friends too.
Who said that though? Who made the joke?
Amy Schumer said something. I forget.
I'll defend anyone on a joke always,
me
only
too.
because Steve-O's a comic, and if he's a comic, he should definitely understand the game.
Well, he took it, but
the joke.
You can
but
make
the
a joke about. You can
Here's
make.
the thing that's misinterpreted about that joke. The joke wasn't shitting on the guy that died. The joke was that it sucks that he died instead of Steve-O.
Yeah, because Ryan was a good guy. Steve-O should have died.
Yeah,
is ultimately
that
what
was
she
the
was saying.
joke. No, it was actually a really good joke.
I met Ryan Dunn.
Did you?
Yeah, we and a little footnote of my life. It was either going to be called Ryan or Dunn the Conqueror or Bert the Conqueror.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was me and him auditioned for it.
If anybody should feel bad, it should be you.
Yeah,
You know what's so
really
funny
feel
is
bad.
I really.
Oh, by the way, sorry, but when
No.
the Bert the Conqueror thing, I remember when you originally didn't want to do it, and I also was like, you got to do that.
Yeah.
And I then had a real dream that because you expressed how much panic you had about jumping out of planes and off buildings.
Yeah.
I had a dream that you died, and
good.
and that I sold your DVD at shows and would give the money to Leanne.
Are you serious?
Yes. I'll still do that.
Okay. I think you actually texted me that dream.
I think so.
Yeah, that was really sweet of you.
It was a real dream.
Ryan Dunn and I auditioned for it, and two other guys who are inconsequential. I don't remember either of them. But Ryan
Was
Dunn.
this the audition?
In all honesty, yeah, for three of them, because it was a fucking roller coaster, and
Yeah.
they were like, yay! I was the only one that lost their fucking mind, and they were like, all right, this guy's afraid of roller coasters. He's gonna fucking put him in everything.
Yeah.
And I think I did a better interview maybe than everyone else, but I started thinking to myself, if Ryan Dunn had gotten Bert the Conqueror, he would still be alive, and I might be doing something else, or I might be dead. Isn't that crazy how fucking the world works?
Yeah,
One little
crazy.
thing.
When the whole Levity shit went down, I was like, all right, I either stay with Levity or I go with Matt. That's how I was figuring how it went down. And then I was like, and then it became a much bigger decision when you start having anxiety about it. You're like, this decision may affect the life of my children, the life of my wife. This is the butterfly effect. I could end up in prison with Mexican gangbangers because of this decision.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
Now I want to do a podcast.
It's fun.
Anytime you want to.
Here's the problem: is I can't. I don't. I'm afraid I have too many people to respond to.
Did you not hear me say I wanted to wrap it up?
Nope. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Where can people see you next?
When's this air?
Columbus, Ohio.
No. Dallas. I'll be in Dallas, Texas next weekend. DC, I think, is already sold out.
What's the dates next weekend?
January 26th to 29th.
Okay, something like that.
I just guessed.
Is the Addison?
That's Addison Improv.
Okay.
I'll be at the Addison Improv January 26th through 29th, I'm guessing. And then DC Improv the week after, but I think those are already sold out. I'm going to say that one more time. I think that show's already sold out.
Okay. This weekend,
I think all their shows are actually sold out.
This weekend, I'll be at the at Governor's in Long Island trying to get
plenty of tickets left for that one.
Trying to put in a word for my friend to get in. I'll tell him you'll middle, you'll open, you'll do whatever to get in.
Yeah, please.
And then January 31st through February 4th, I'll be at Acme Comedy Club Minneapolis.
Oh wow, with Joe.
I'll try to I'll try to put in a word for you to get in there.
Who are you working with, Jay or Joe?
No, it's just me.
Wow, how's that work? Who closes?
You
do what? 42?
Like 40. I stretch, do 40.
Just so you know, any comic that's listening to this, if you ever put "I will be headlining this comedy club," that means it's your third time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I did that a number of times.
I did too, for sure. Headlining, or like when you see their dates and then they put in the parentheses headlining.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, this is the big one.
Really,
yeah,
Mo Mandel?
Yeah, really.
Oh shit! Oh god, I love Mo, but he did that as the first person I noticed.
That's really funny. Yeah. All right. Well, little mommies, thank you very much. Don't forget to get your machine shirt.
Hey, wait. Let me. I brought one to show on camera.
Yeah. We all need to see it. We all cut. Go ahead.
I bet a lot of these people have never seen one.
Yeah.
This is the machine shirt.
And then put it in front of the mic. It's perfect.
Oh. Which that is Tom Segura on the front.
Two bears in a cave. We're going to pitch it.
Two Bears in a Cave is a great idea. We want to do a short with Jenny Teets.
Yep.
We applaud Todd Glass.
Yeah.
We miss Eddie Brill. We liked him, but we proved that women are funnier on Twitter than men.
Yep.
And
this is how he does stand up, by the way. He does it at the end of shows too.
This is great. Me and Kyle Cease.
Yeah.
Kyle Cease actually has this as a bit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And that's it. No, thank you guys for listening. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it.
No, thank you.
Yeah. And just. I love you.
I love you too.
Now I'm realizing how much I really need her. But something told me follow my heart and head eastward. That's when I met Brooklyn.